I'm gonna eat them tonight.
They're pretty melted.
Hey,
What are we doing?
you've been coming in late here lately, son.
Uh-oh.
What's
I was
your
not.
problem?
I went home to lunch. I wasn't late today.
Yeah, you was.
I was later than you,
Hey,
but that's
don't lie
because
to
you're
me.
45 minutes early to everything you
Hey,
do.
Tiny, would you please come in here?
Who's tiny?
Oh, boy.
That's Tiny.
Oh, boy. He's not tiny.
Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going?
You want some candy?
I don't want to put up with you today.
You want
Yeah,
this
I don't
chair?
want to put up with you
Nice
today.
watch you got there, too.
Uh-oh.
This man's arms are the size of my legs.
Yeah, I'd just leave it.
Yep, I'm out.
I'd leave it. It ain't going to fit him. That's the good thing.
Yeah, he can't take it. He's going to have to put it on his finger.
But he can look at it.
You can, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just don't eat me.
And you tell Willie he can talk to me later about it.
What are you talking about?
Why are you sitting over here,
Well, I'm
Hammer?
just saying, if you want,
Look at the man's
if you want to whine to Willie,
You gotta-
look me up later.
Look, you got to defend your chair, son.
No, and negative. Good
Huh?
call, John David.
You got to defend your chair. You can't. We fight or flight. You're flying. That's where we're at. Okay. All right. I got you. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't mess with him either. Look at that big old rascal.
Negative.
Hey, can we take Tiny down to the truck stop and spit on somebody? Figure out what he's made of.
Hey, look, y'all can take him
sounds like a good
anywhere.
time.
Yeah.
Y'all can
Heck
take him
yeah.
anywhere he wants to go.
What if he don't want to go there?
Don't take him.
I wouldn't take him. then.
Advise against
I wouldn't
it.
even try it.
I don't even know if he fit in my truck. I had to put him in the bed. He had to ride back there in the backpack. Golly.
But he's harmless as a hill hound.
No, he ain't.
Yes, he is.
No, he ain't harmless.
Oh,
His
yeah,
shirt
yeah.
says monster. He ain't harmless.
Well, I mean, hey, that's just for publicity.
Oh, that's just a
really
bluff.
just-
Yeah, hey, yeah, no. This is a real gentle giant, okay?
He's a giant. I'll give him that. Well,
If you
Tiny.
hadn't guessed it, folks, we have a guest today, okay? And he's been world champion arm wrestler for how many times?
I've won 21 world titles and 36 national titles.
Good
Yeah.
grief.
So,
Wow.
And hey, look, and he's married to a very sweet little woman over there. Don't mess with Mama, because she'll pin you too.
Oh.
She's a 7-time champion.
Don't you worry. I ain't messing with either one of them.
Well, I was just giving you a warning.
Yeah.
Mama don't play.
Just a heads up.
Okay.
My mama raised me to be smarter than that. I can
That's
assure
it.
you.
Hey,
This
there it
is
is.
when I'm glad I'm smarter than I look, because Monster. Yeah, that's fitting. Monster.
Yeah, Michael Monster
Michael Monster.
is our guest today.
AKA Tiny.
AKA
A.K.
Tiny.
Tiny. He's my new bodyguard, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are you doing pretty
Do-
good then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing fine now.
Do you feel
He's
safe?
leveled up, huh? He's
Oh,
leveled
do I
up.
feel safe? Yeah.
Did you tell him about Miss Christine mistreating you all them times?
Well, no, hey, no. You know, Miss Christine don't even want to get involved in this, okay? Yeah.
So 21 world titles?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I started arm wrestling in 1990. I'm from Arkansas. It's funny because we just went out there and saw that you guys are on the Ouachita River, and I actually grew up on Lake Catherine, which flows into the Ouachita River.
Yeah.
It's just,
Oh, heck yeah.
So it's really just surprising about that. But yeah, I started 1990, Saline County Fair, messed around, and now I've been to Europe 30 plus times, traveled all over the world, had amazing life experiences, met a lot of cool people. 21 world titles between heavyweight and super heavyweight divisions, and 36 national titles over 6 different weight classes.
Good grief. Michael, when you started, how big were you compared to right now?
All right, so I graduated high school at 6'3", 215, and so I messed around. My first ever tournament, I think I ended up pulling the 200-pound weight class. I cut some weight, or I didn't eat for a day or something like that. And my first national championships, I ended up pulling the 176 weight class, McLean, Virginia, 1992. And I came in at 178. I had to make the 176. I made a sauna out of the bathroom. Ended up getting down on 174. But I was always a foodie back then. So my first nationals was 176. The next year I was 220. The next year I was 187. The next year I was 220. So I always bounced around. I've been as heavy. I'm about 275, 280 right now. I've been 330. So my weight it depends on what I'm eating, you know.
I fix say I can't see you at 187.
It's been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah. So
His scale fluctuates like mine. No, it's been
Hey, look at size muscle.
basically the same arm.
Look at this. It looked like a finger compared to his arm. Good grief.
Man alive. Well, that is So you grew up on Lake Catherine in Arkansas. So the water on that Washita River looks a lot different up there than it does down here.
Yeah,
A little clearer up
Way,
there.
way cleaner.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit cleaner. We regularly float the Washita. Like I grew up on right there on Lake Catherine, so we'd go float the Washita River all the time, and my wife and I did that last year. So it's pretty clear up there. It's nice. The Lake Washita is actually spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys have been up there, that's a beautiful lake.
Beautiful, full of big old stripers. But when them fish see you floating, do they just go ahead and jump in the boat?
They just jump on in.
Yeah, yeah, I would too. Yeah, I wouldn't want you to set the hook on me.
Yeah. Hey, and
You wanna talk about ripping
all the
lips.
critters, when he floats down there, they head for the hills.
Yeah. Who's gonna mess with you?
Yeah. A grizzly bear looks at you, take off running.
Oh man, I'm here. Well, I would too.
Like all sports, and I guess you would consider arm wrestling a sport.
Oh,
Are
absolutely.
you
Of
about
course,
to?
you would consider arm
Are
wrestling.
you-
Well, hey, I'm just being,
I
hey,
mean,
settle down,
Hey,
settle
hey.
down. Remember, you're a general champion.
oh yeah, my bad.
But anyway,
Is it a
what
sport?
kind of injuries have you had in this sport?
All right, so I've had my share. I've been the guy who's been very stubborn throughout his career. I would get in positions.
No,
who-
you stubborn?
Yeah, it's surprising, I'm sure.
Bambee,
I would get into some compromised positions, and instead of letting the match go, I would just fight until I got the win. And 2010, I was in London in a world championship match left-handed, and I'm telling this story to get to the right-handed story. And so I drove into the match. The doctor had misdiagnosed me, said I had a muscle tear. So I was all black and blue, and it healed up. And I'm like, man, I'm fine. I drove into position. I'm looking at the cameras, kind of putting on a show.
This is with a black and blue arm.
No, the arm.
Oh.
The arm
Oh,
is.
it's-
It's better now. But,
Oh,
but I knew it was tender, right? I knew it was tender. And I get in there and pow, medial ligament rips off the bone. The flexor mass rolls up the forearm, and the elbow dislocates 6 inches.
I just got lightheaded.
So it was so graphic. So they put it on Eurosport because Eurosport aired for like 10 years in like 60 something countries, but they wouldn't put the direct angle. They said it was too graphic for TV, so they shot it this way because I'm facing that way and it lands on the table behind me. It was pretty gruesome. And what's really bad is afterwards.
So you look like Conor McGregor, just on your arm instead of your leg.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Yeah.
But what really hurt was my buddy was holding my arm like this because it had just came apart, and then he took his hand off
my
and
goodness.
it reset. Because it dislocated those 6 inches. It reset. That was painful. That was brutal. So then I get home and
Time out.
Yeah, hold on. We got to go slower.
Time out.
I can't take it.
He said his buddy was holding his arm like like
Whoa.
no, man. No.
it was pretty rough.
Whoa.
This is what I'm glad. You know what I'm hearing here? I'm glad the Ducks don't have shotguns.
No,
too.
no, because that's what
Like,
Phil said.
good
Phil
night,
looked at me. Hey,
holding
look.
his arm.
Yeah.
Holding his arm like a baby.
Yeah,
I mean,
Phil-
now, his arm is the size of a baby. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
yeah.
But like, I mean, he said he picked it up and then it went back into place, and that's what really hurt.
Yeah, and Phil said,
Gosh
Phil looked at me and
almighty.
he said, Si, duck hunting is a lot simpler and a lot safer.
Amen. Johnny D, look, here's the deal. I don't want you, just because Michael took your chair,
Yeah. he
there's
took my
no
chair.
reason to go to HR.
I'm not going to go to HR
Nope.
until he breaks my elbow
And
into
just,
3 pieces.
well, just so we're clear, when you go arm wrestling, that's off the clock. That isn't, just because it's in this building ain't
Clock
got nothing
out.
to do with it. So
That's on the clock.
that's personal time.
I'm filing a complaint.
There's no reason to go to HR.
You better have a
and
good
there's-
HR department
Well,
because I'm filing it, son.
There's no reason to
You're
go
going
to HR, and there's no
you're going
reason
to
to go
jail.
to Bambee and figure this out. Look, when you're running a business, HR issues can absolutely kill you. Wrongful termination suits, minimum wage requirements, labor regulations, all that stuff that none of us want to deal with can just cost you a ton of money. And look, the HR manager, their salaries aren't cheap. They're an average of $70,000 a year.
$70,000.
70 GER, boys.
I
So
quit.
Bambee, spelled Bambee, was created specifically with a small business in mind. You can get a dedicated HR manager, craft HR policy, and maintain your compliance all for just $99 a month. With Bambee, you can change HR from your biggest liability to your biggest strength. Your dedicated HR manager is available by phone, email, or real-time chat. From onboarding to terminations, they customize your policies to fit your business and help you manage your employees day to day, all for just $99 a month. It's month to month. There's no hidden fees. You can cancel anytime you want to. You didn't start a business because you wanted to spend time on HR compliance. Let Bambee help. Get your free HR audit today. Go to Bambee.com/duck right now to schedule your free HR audit. That's Bambee.com/duck, spelled BAM to the BEE.com/duck. My good. Okay, go. I just you caught me off guard there when you said my buddy picked my arm up like this, and I'm like it looked like you was at the nativity scene holding baby Jesus the way you picked it up. So I was like,
that's the image I'm getting right now, looking at you.
That just I mean, chills went all the way down my back. That's a pain I can't even. No,
it was kind of rough. It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But when I get home, so at this point, like I said, I did not have health insurance for like 20 years, so I never knew what was wrong with my right arm. I'd have all these injuries and pain, and I'd just never get it checked out. Well, when they were going to rebuild my left elbow, I was like, hey, go ahead and x-ray my right arm. Had over 70 fractures. My right elbow had over 70 fractures. So you can look, and this is the point of my elbow. You can see right here, all this is extra bone growth. So that's as straight as my arm goes, and this is as far as it comes back. That's my range.
That's bone against bone there.
Bone and that's bone.
Yeah, he say what he wants to. He just wanted to see that bicep. Do you see that thing when he's doing that? Do you see that thing? Look at it. Don't let him play. Look. Oh, okay. Okay.
I can only bring mine to here.
Oh.
And when he does it, it always starts twitching.
My God. That is, so your arm is like couple inches shorter than the other
it's
one.
Significantly. I've lost like 19 and a half inches range of motion. Like if I lay flat on my back and lay my arm down, it's 10 inches from touching the ground. If I try to bring my fist to my shoulder, it's 9.5 inches from touching my shoulder.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just, and I mean, I've just been too stubborn to quit. I mean, I should have retired, and on any given day, this right arm's the best arm in the world. So
wow,
it's fun. Good. So right now and the reason we're here is Nine Line hooked me up. They're one of our partners. We have a 33-foot wrapped RV, and we're traveling the United States for the next 6 months, just basically taking on all comers. So we just finished up the first leg. So we're doing 6 separate legs. We just hit 22 states in the last 21 days, plus Washington, D.C. I think I've arm wrestled like 15 days out of the last 20 days. My arm is beat up bad. So if you guys are going to take me on after this is your shot. This is your chance to beat me today.
No, I ain't got nothing to prove. I'm smarter than Nope.
No. I'm going to wrestle that with a finger? No. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So your wrestling days is long behind you. But
I got to ask you, since you said that.
Yes.
What is the most people you've wrestled at an event?
Like at one time?
At one time. At one event.
One day, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've taken on, several hundred back-to-back, The Guinness World Record's actually 1,050. It was set by a guy named Jan Incescu, a Romanian national champ, who actually smoked him 6-0 back in 2009. So, but he did it in a mall in Romania, right? So he took on 1,050 competitors over 24 hours. I've been wanting to break that world record for the last couple of years. I've got Nine Line is one of the people who are looking to help me do it. Maybe Redcon. We're going to set it. I need to arm wrestle 1,200 people over 24 hours and to break the Guinness World Record.
One arm?
Yeah. It has to be the right arm. And the thing is, it's going to be like amateurs only. Like if I was going to arm wrestle a bunch of legit arm wrestlers, I wouldn't be able to go through that many. We were talking earlier, and I've had practices at my house where I'd have 15 or 20 guys over there, and I'd do king of the table. So I'd walk up table, and you'd just make a line and just keep going. And I'd go through 15, 20 guys, 20, 30 times. About 30, 40 minutes worth, nonstop, and then someone would finally get me.
That's insane.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's insane.
That's incredible.
I've been doing it for 31 years, though, and it's so funny because strength is so subjective. A lot of people will think that it's just technique. Like if you had a twin brother and I taught your brother how to arm wrestle and I didn't teach you, he'd beat you because technique is very important at an amateur level. At a world-class level, we all know the techniques. It comes down to who's stronger. But people like, that guy's he's stronger than you because his bench is stronger, his deadlift or squat. No, his bench, squat, or deadlift muscles are stronger than mine. My arm wrestling muscles are highly developed. So it's just whatever you use. It's just, your body adapts.
You'd probably be a hard man to spot on bench press. That thing gonna come up like this.
It does
you better have that thing locked in on that other side.
It does get
what
a
I was
rough.
thinking about, if I wrestled 15 guys, Martin would be carrying my body to put it in a casket.
No, Hammer, you'd never make it to 15. You wouldn't make it to 15.
Good grief.
I mean, that's incredible. I got no words because that's incredible. Like I think it's because it's something that, like for us duck hunting, people say that about us too, but when you watch a professional do what they're
Oh,
good
no.
at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's something different about watching a pro do what they're good at versus, anybody else. So that's, I don't want to arm wrestle you, but I'll watch you. I don't want, I mean,
Yeah, I enjoy watching.
my elbow's never been broken once, and I'd like to keep it undefeated. I'd like to keep it that way.
That's right. Hey, undefeated. That's exactly right.
So how many times have you lost?
I've lost 100,000 matches in my life, probably, but I've arm wrestled over 1 million. I don't lose much anymore. I actually took my first loss in the last. I have not in Memorial Day weekend in Dubai. I took my first loss in 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, it was just my opponent showed up. He gained like 60 something pounds in 3.5 months. He came up really ready. He was the most prepared he'd ever been, and for some reason I just didn't show up on that day. My preparation, my training was very good. I took a single pulley system with 287 pounds on it attached to a handle and pinned it 3 times off the ground. So, I mean, the guy weighed 290. I pinned his whole body 3 times, and I was the strongest I'd ever been. For some reason, that version of me didn't show up that night. But, it happens. The loss actually helped me, in my opinion, because I'm still the reigning world champ because it's a non-title match and all that stuff. But it took some of the pressure off. It's so hard trying to be the champ, and especially with social media now. So my YouTube is Monster Michael Todd, so you can follow all of our journey at Monster Michael Todd, all these arm wrestling, everything I'm doing. But even in practice, the way social media is, if you lose a match, that's the end of the world, right? Yeah. So the fact that I took that loss now, I mean, I can have fun with you guys or do whatever, and there's not that much pressure. So I'm actually pleased. I'm going to get that. I will avenge that loss. I will get it back. But
I'm about to say, well, I'm
having a good time right
And
now.
I have no doubt about that.
You can look at all 3 of us, and John David included over here in the corner. That you won't talk about no pressure. It could be 8 arms versus that right one, and there still ain't no pressure. You slam all of us. The only thing we got going for us is weight. Collectively, not strength. Because the strength we're out.
I got a question for you, Michael. When you have an event like that, how long does it last? I mean, I know it's a preparation leading up to it, but I mean, when you lock arms, how long does it take? I mean, a few minutes?
Okay, so most matches are pretty quick. I am the guy who gets into those marathon long matches. So normally in pro format arm wrestling, which is basically all I do now, is one-on-one super matches. So like you and I would arm wrestle the best of 5 or best of 6 or whatever. We do 6 rounds, 90 seconds in between each round. In the WAL, my last world title match in 2019, round 1 was pretty fast. The dude smacked me real quick. Round 2, we pulled for almost 5 minutes, and I beat him. Round 3, he got an early pin. Round 4, we did it again. So in 5 rounds, the second round I pulled for over 5 minutes. And the same guy the year before, we pulled over 7 minutes in the second round. And I fractured my hand. They had a smaller strap, and it broke my metacarpal on my hand in round 2, and I had finished that round in 3 more rounds with a broken hand. Yeah, so...
Stop it.
No.
I've broke a lot of bones, man, because I'm clumsy. I'm clumsy and I'm kind of dumb to an extent. Like, you can't do that. Oh, yeah, I can.
He don't.
That's stubborn. That's stubborn.
But he keeps on. He's like, no, let's line them up.
No.
When I broke it, I said, I'm good. No,
Tiny does not like to lose.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I figured that out early. Okay, this man does not like to lose, and there's no give in him.
Well, Michael, look, man, we appreciate you stopping by. Look, if our Duck Call Room fans want to learn more about you, where can they go, man?
Go check out monstermichaeltodd.com. I'm also Monster Michael Todd on YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. We got some cool stuff coming out. We also run a transformation business back home. So we have the Monster Michael Todd Bachelor Diet coming out real soon, which is it's a macro plan, get you in great shape, super easy to follow, not a whole lot of food prep. And then Nine Line Apparel has been taking really good care of me on this tour. So use code Monster20 for 20% off on any Nine Line Apparel.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we've worked with the Nine Line guys, too. Love what they stand for, love what they do. They have some stuff for us out. So, man, look, we appreciate you. Good luck. Slam
so
everybody in all 50 states.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Hey, Michael,
it won't be all 50 because I don't think I can get the RV over to Hawaii. But
they ain't finished that bridge yet.
They have not. But I hear they're working on it.
Michael, you gonna put me and Si on that diet?
I feel like if you guys can stick to it, we'd
Stone can stick to it.
Stone's on it, and he's going to be looking amazing in the next 90 days.
Okay.
I am not that disciplined, so I'm not going to go on to
That's just what we need. Stone with a bigger head than he's got now. There
Here we go.
Golly. No, we're out. We'll be back right after this.
So when we were in Oklahoma, Si did not get good rest, and he told me
I did not sleep.
He said he missed his Helix.
The bed was just too soft.
So
Mine's real firm.
you done got on that Helix bag.
He done got used to it, boys.
Guaranteed.
And he was grouchy, Martin.
Grouchy size, not a fun
That's right,
size.
that's right.
I've been around him once.
That's right.
Well, look, I mean, who's not grouchy if you don't get a good night's sleep?
If you're
That's right.
uncomfortable, you ain't gonna get one.
Yeah,
right.
that's exactly right. Look, Helix is awesome, super quick. It has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Why would you buy a mattress made for somebody else? With Helix, you're getting a mattress that you know will be perfect for the way you sleep. Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that. So they have several different mattresses to choose from. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses. Obviously, Si's a firm man. He doesn't like a soft one. Mattress is great for cooling you down if you sleep hot like myself. Her mattress is great for spinal alignment to prevent morning aches and pains, and even a Helix Plus mattress for plus size sleepers. Johnny D, you may ought to go back and retake that quiz. I took the Helix
Taking it
quiz
right now.
I took the Helix quiz, and I was matched with the Midnight Lux, I believe was the one, because I wanted something that was a little more firm, and I sleep flat of my back. So there you go. If you're looking for a mattress, take the quiz. You can order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door. You never have to go.
Sorry,
I'm
taking the quiz.
You
me
put
and-
in Phillip.
me and
That's
Phillip.
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Y'all are sleeping side by side. But look, you never have to go to a mattress store again. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take my word for it. They were awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine. Helix has been recommended by multiple leading chiropractors and doctors of sleep medicine as a go-to solution for improving sleep. All you have to do is go to helixsleep.com/duck, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix even has financing options and flexible payment plans to make sure that a great sleep is never far away. They're offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/duck. That's helixsleep.com/duck for up to $200 off of your mattress selection.
But let me tell you, if you're the best in the world at anything, I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah. No matter what kind of...
It don't make any difference what it is.
Look, your boy Jace was the best in the world at Yahoo Spades.
Yep.
I was the best in the world almost at Madden 2010 for the PlayStation 2.
Are you being serious?
Close.
Did you go to the
No,
competition?
I never went.
Oh.
I beat the #3 man in the world.
Beat
though.
the #3 man, no boys.
You got to be the man.
You got to beat
the man. Hey,
gotta beat the
I need to
man.
be the hype man for Monster Michael. Y'all want?
I'm terrified of that.
Let me
man.
tell you something
I'll
about
sta-
Monster Michael.
I'll start the fight and then let him finish it.
Monster Michael don't need no hype, man. All he got to do is walk in. And everybody's
he is
like,
the hype.
Hey, he's a bull.
Yeah, he is the hype.
here's what I can assure you about Mr. Monster Michael. People still say yes, sir, to him.
You ain't kidding. it started with sir and end with sir.
You saw how quick I left.
Yeah.
He gone.
He even lifted your watch off of you.
No, I got it back. It
got
didn't fit.
He didn't stay.
He got it over 3 fingers and said, So am I really going to
Won't
have to arm wrestle that man after this?
Well, I mean, I think you need to defend your chair.
What's that?
I mean,
Defend your chair, JD.
You
Hey, watch this, though.
Here.
I can touch my shoulder.
He got your shoulder.
Yeah, be sure.
hey, you're gonna
be
get
sure
hurt
to-
for that. You're
be
gonna
sure
get
to-
hurt for that.
Be sure to brag to
Hey,
him about that.
I'm not going to make that joke
Hey.
until he's gone.
Let me call him back in here.
After you arm wrestle him, you won't be able to do it.
That
You won't even be able to lift it.
His arm, though, was crazy that it only
mean,
moves that far.
I knew some people like that's got shorter arms but
like
his is like
Lance
Oh no,
Knox.
about 4
Yeah.
inches. About 4 inches difference.
well, but the difference is he legit earned his.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, that man, Monster Michael, what a delightful human being.
Yeah, he was cool.
I guarantee you'll never hear me say a bad word about that man. Good night. I just wonder, I guess, what'd he say? He went to the fair? Oh, now what's he doing?
He's apparently pretty good at hanging upside. Y'all, I'm a little disappointed in all y'all, too.
Why?
because nobody mentioned how majestic his beard was.
Well, you ain't got to.
But I thought it was.
You ain't got to.
You ain't got to say it.
No, that beard right there, his
Speaks
beard
for
and
itself.
he's got the two B's, beard and biceps, and
Yeah.
they both don't need any explanation.
right.
You just look
Yeah.
at them, and you're like,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah, Si had beard envy.
Yeah.
Si's like,
Well, how could you not? It was fantastic.
that's a great
I
beard.
mean, it was a solid beard. But, you know, he suffered from the same thing I got up top of. Ain't nothing up there. So, look, that makes me feel a little bit better. But,
yeah.
you know, he ain't been on that keeps bag either.
I'm gonna beat him.
That's right.
He wasn't on that. He wasn't on none of that.
Si got it down now.
I got to hit the bell, boy.
Here's what I say you do, though, because his wife is with him, and she's a 7-time champion.
No.
Yeah.
You go
Yes.
after husband
Hey,
and
yeah,
wife.
let-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Why not?
first.
I've never been good at. Shockingly, I've never been good at arm wrestling. For
Womp, womp.
you've heard the saying. For a big dude, I'm kind of weak.
Kind of weak.
Anytime somebody
It
asks,
ain't no muscle there. It's flab, boys.
That's marshmallow.
It's
anytime
flab.
somebody asks me like, "Hey, I'm moving this weekend," I'm like, "Just so
Feels
you know,
very
get out of
boy.
there."
My favorite line was one of our employees looked at him one time and said, "You look tougher than I know you are."
That's right. That's right.
That's
You
what they
look
said about
better.
John Davis.
Yeah, you look better than you are.
I'm kind of tough. I'm just not very strong.
Yeah. Well,
So like when it comes to heavy lifting, I'm out.
I'm out, boys.
well look.
They got machines for that.
Hey.
Here's the good news. You ain't gonna have to lift nothing.
You just got to
That's
push
right.
that man's arm.
Drag your arm when it's
That's
when
right.
it's
Drag
over.
your arm with you
I
when you
guarantee
leave.
you, if I pulled the "What's that over there?" and he said, "Huh," and then I went, "Yeah," and gave it everything I had, his hand wouldn't move.
No, I'm
Nah,
going.
he'd be like
I'm
a
going.
mosquito.
I'm going to request that our friends over at Helix send a pad for that table. That way, my wrist has got something soft to land on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
I'm nervous right now. Like I don't know.
ain't no reason to be nervous.
Johnny
Look, you
D.
got
What if he
zero
hurts me?
expectation. He ain't gonna hurt you.
No,
You-
he's not.
You're not strong enough for him to hurt you. To
Yeah.
hurt you, you've got to be strong.
He's
good.
he's
Ain't
not
nobody
gonna be going
in
at
here.
you. You're
Yeah.
just gonna be going.
I would like to see him just.
I'll go first.
all in. Just. And
It won't.
Then your feet's gonna replace where your head was.
Johnny-
You're gonna turn a full flip
Yeah.
if he gets
Johnny,
you on that.
boy.
me and you, we'll tag team him together.
you
Like,
think? What do you think
two on.
happens if all four of us?
We all four
We,
get beat.
all four of
We
us get beat
lose.
him.
We lose.
No, we lose
Oh yeah.
We lose.
That's crazy.
because
You're right.
No, we just get beat. That's awesome. I like meeting people that are the best at what they do. That's
I mean,
a good time.
It's not
Like,
too often you get to meet a world champion.
of anything.
And then, yeah.
I'm trying to think of any world champions I've ever met.
Storyteller.
Tim Tebow.
That's pretty close.
Hey,
Tim Tebow, world champion. Heisman.
Yeah.
He's a
So,
big man
there
too.
you go.
You got to be big to be a world
Jacob
champion.
Wheeler was a world champion
That's it.
fisherman.
Hey,
He
that's
came
a-
He
in
won the
that's
world
good.
championship. I'm trying to think of.
I met Dan Marley once. It was a magical day in my life, but
Dan Marley.
Michael Jordan didn't let him be a world champion.
No, he was always silver medalist.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He's pretty good at winning silver.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean, I guess you could say like Bubba Watson.
Is there a world champion of golf?
We'll find out at the Olympics.
Does anybody really care?
Not really. Okay. No.
Golf. There's what's up with the Olympics? Why do we care about some sports at the Olympics and then we don't care about others?
Underwater basket weaving. Nah.
I'm interested in
That
that.
would be impressive.
But like when baseball goes to the Olympics, nobody cares.
Yeah. No, because you know that the professionals are still over here playing in the. You know, the best of the best are still there.
Playing major league baseball.
Yeah, playing
Right.
major league. So
The Olympics is like this could be
The one
airing
that-
while the Olympics is happening.
the one that always just boggles my mind in the Olympics is water polo. How do those people do that? How do they sit there and tread water, catch that ball, throw that ball, and they don't ever look tired?
Si?
Si, have you?
Water polo.
I've never watched it.
Oh, it's impressive.
It's like soccer in the water.
treading water the whole time, not wading, treading.
Here, I'll
Like
show you-
it's
I'll
incredible.
show you a picture. coming,
Water
sir.
polo to me blows my mind how people
Yeah,
can
but
do
they,
that.
they do it. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I know, but it's still that's an impressive feat to be able to do that.
No, yeah.
I mean, look at that.
No, yeah.
That guy come that far out of the water, not with nothing to bounce off of. He don't go down there and touch the
Yeah.
bottom and come back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
How deep is water polo?
Oh, I'm sure. What it's 8 foot probably.
Depth.
Whatever the Olympic pool is.
Yep.
That's
Is
a
that
cool
what it
thing.
is?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have no basis on that. I'm just.
I got no clue
I
either.
don't
6 feet.
But it wouldn't
Six
be.
feet.
It
I can
wouldn't
touch.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
be what you could touch. So
Yeah.
Oh, you're not allowed to touch.
Yeah.
No,
you got to
can't-
tread water
yeah,
the
you gotta
whole
tread
time.
water.
You just said you never seen it.
Well, no. I'm telling you, how long does it last?
Long enough. I mean, treading water for anything over about 30 seconds is tough. Like,
Except for Godwin. He's
yeah,
a floater.
He's a floater.
He's a floater.
You put a little salt in the water, he
Yeah.
can float. He's a life raft for you.
Yeah.
So if you
That's
ever
true.
Hey, if you ever in a boat and it sinks, grab hold
Hang
of
on the
Godwin.
go.
find Godwin,
Find Godwin.
Marshmallow
and
Godwin.
You'll live.
After we get done arm wrestling, can we find a water polo team and go take them on? Because I think that would be fun to watch.
got just about as good of a chance of succeeding. Probably.
Right.
I actually think we might have less because there's a chance that a couple of us drown.
Yeah. No.
We might break an elbow when we
yeah.
arm wrestle, but there's
No, I ain't playing
death
water.
is on the line.
I ain't
Water
playing.
polo.
I ain't playing water polo without
I'm
a
not
life jacket.
that strong a swimmer.
You got to.
You're not?
No,
I mean, I can swim, but yeah,
I'm
I
with
ain't-
you. I can swim good enough to keep me alive.
Yeah.
But like that's it. I ain't trying to.
That's how my son is. He's 5.
Yeah.
He can't swim, but he's not going to drown.
Yeah.
So he doesn't wear floaties. But
Big dog paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
Or go under and
he just gets his
I can
lips
keep
over.
myself up to get me to something to get me out of that
out
water.
of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
my wife learned how fast I could swim when I thought the sharks were after us because I left her way behind.
That's right. Tell me.
That's terrible.
It
Philip,
was
no, it ain't.
terrible.
Philip said, "Hey, I only got to outswim her."
That's terrible.
I have many
Si,
questions.
that's true. We were in the Bahamas with Martin and Si.
And y'all were swimming in shark-infested
Oh,
waters?
yeah.
Well, let me explain. They were cleaning fish on one of the piers.
And you jumped in?
Stop. No, I saw all the sharks coming up to eat the food. This is when we first got there, and I said, whatever happens, I'm not getting close to here. So me and Alicia were snorkeling, swimming. We got close to that pier without realizing it, and then I saw all the sharks, and it was like I turned around, and I just hightailed it. I mean, I stopped and looked, and she
he
wasn't
said to
nowhere
his
around.
wife, and he said to his wife, "Every man for himself."
Because she's a better swimmer than me, so I just thought, hey, she'll make it,
I need to get out of here.
or she won't.
That's it, boy. Hey,
But
yeah.
I
He'll
was
either make it
gone.
or she won't.
You know who wasn't in that water in the Bahamas?
Martin,
Your
Martin.
Yeah, somebody's
Oh
got
yeah,
to.
Si wasn't either.
I wasn't either.
Somebody's got to drive the boat.
Somebody's got to drive the boat.
I do remember Martin when he wasn't getting in the water, and Godwin couldn't go down until they put weights all over him.
Yeah, Godwin had to have like 50 pounds added to him.
That's true.
First time somebody
To
looked
get
at
on
Godwin
the
and
water.
said, "You need more weight."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He literally can't go underwater.
He can't go on the water.
No,
no, like Godwin's
you
like,
couldn't.
Godwin
you
is
couldn't
a
push him
flotation
underwater.
device.
like for
Okay.
real.
Yeah, it's
For real,
weird.
like if
For
you
real.
wanted to go out there and you're like, man, I better take some bottled waters. I'm gonna get thirsty. Just put it on Godwin's belly, like because he's gonna be
Yeah.
floating up on top. He's like
yeah.
a table. You can just
Yeah.
swim over to him.
Yeah,
Get you a drink of water.
That's it. Hey,
Put your
gotta
bottle
test
back.
it.
go play
I've
some
seen
more.
it.
Oh, I saw it.
firsthand.
Yeah, go
How
play.
long?
I got
Can you do
pictures
that?
and
Oh,
video.
yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
just up there on top of the. He was.
Do we
it's
need
funny.
to take him to get an MRI?
I don't know, but he had a shirt on that said like "Eat Fish Live," and that was all you could see from God because he couldn't go down. He looked like a sea turtle out there. He was just on top of the water. Never had to work. His snorkel was always out of the water.
Just
he didn't
a
have to worry.
giant albino sea turtle.
Yeah.
No. That reminds me when we went to done the Duck Dynasty in Hawaii, and we was going out there and go try to surf.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on my surfboard, and guess what comes up right beside me?
Godwin.
No, one of them huge
Shark
turtle.
bait.
No,
Sea turtle?
One of them sea turtles.
That's what I'm
One of
talking
them
about.
Giant,
Shark
and
bait.
hey, the lady that was my bodyguard and lifeguard swimmer.
Not tiny.
No, not tiny.
Yeah.
She said, I've lived in this stupid ocean all my life. She said, what are you? She said, I've never seen that happen.
What, a sea turtle come
A
up?
sea turtle come up to somebody on a surfboard.
Si, you was
And
a-
look, he hung around there till we actually left.
he's a real life Moana.
Yeah. Hey.
There he is, right there.
Si, you actually rode that board pretty good.
He rode the sea turtle too.
No, hey.
Maybe that's
It was
why.
a female. Okay. That's what I told her. I said, that's just a female. They all come to me.
Ladies, man, baby.
Hey, ladies.
The ladies, man, boy.
That
The
gun
turtle.
ladies.
Right, that was a giant sea turtle, though, and beautiful.
Oh.
And his skin
Did
is
you pet
weird. No, weird feeling, because I patted him on the head. Because he was right there against my board.
She or he?
No.
That
Wow.
thing could have just took his finger
No,
off with one
it
swift
wasn't.
bite.
No, it wasn't. Hey, he was friendly, or she was friendly.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying it could have.
Oh, yeah, it could have. Yeah, but it was mad.
Lord have
But
mercy.
Huge thing. Okay.
Arm wrestling to sea
and
turtles.
beautiful.
with the Olympics in between?
I'm
That's
never,
right. That's right.
Welcome to the duck call room.
I'm never amazed at where we get to. But right now, let's get to our third break. We'll be back right after this.
Si.
What's next?
Oh, you know what's next.
What?
Uh-oh.
What's next?
Oh, you know.
Oh,
Do we
you
have an
know.
advertiser
You know.
who comes
Hey,
back often
it's
because of
actually
how much we love their
35
product?
years of research and development, boy.
And
Here
it's
we
working.
go.
And it's personally working for you. And it comes from the pristine waters of New Zealand.
It's like
Take it,
music.
Martin.
It's
He's
like
a pitch
music
man.
to my
Hey,
ears.
I'm telling you,
I
baby.
love it.
Hey.
Look, we got to see what we can do about getting your face on there and getting Phil's off.
That's
of
right.
there. That's all I'm saying.
Si Robertson for president.
Amen. But Si is right. We're talking about Omega XL. That's right. Then it is backed by 35 years of research and development. Pain relievers and topical rubs just mask the problem. Omega XL neutralizes the inflammation that causes painful, stiff joints and muscles. Johnny D, after you just got dominated in the arm wrestling deal, I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and pop you about 3 or 4 of them Omega
right, boy.
XLs just to make sure you can move tomorrow morning.
Inflammation is about to be real.
Guaranteed. Look, it's
Get
going to
real, boy.
Real.
a rub and all that ain't gonna cover it. You're
No.
gonna have
Right,
some
ain't
real
gonna cover it,
inflammation. Look, and then you can report back after Monster gets done with you.
Yeah,
so
let us
look,
know.
Well, you can report back on your free bottles of Omega XL. Look, that's good enough for us. If you're suffering with aches and pains and stiffness, you need to try Omega XL too. We're gonna help get you started. Order Omega XL now and get a second bottle for free. All you have to do is visit omegaxl.com/.
Duck.
Duck.
Hey, Duck.
He's distracted by the candy.
He's trying to eat candy, so visit
Trying to get this
Omega.
airhead.
Let's get you started. Order Omega XL now and get a second bottle for free. Visit omegaxl.com/.
Duck.
That's omegaxl.com/.
Duck.
Or call 1-800-844-48.
88.
800-844-48.
88.
And one last time, that's 800-844-48.
88, baby.
What bizarre news you got, Sean? I mean, I
That's
don't
it. Yeah,
really.
what's on-
Wait,
what's-
first of all,
Yeah. Oh,
What? Yeah, now you've caught me
Oh,
off guard.
oh.
no, we'll get to that. Look,
Canadian hunters won a club 10.
I can't remember everybody's name, but you know who you are.
That sit M&M's.
Y'all have sent us and the word that a buddy of ours used to screw up, a parabola
A parabola.
of M&Ms,
Anybody like dark chocolate?
and we thank you. So there's,
And Airheads.
there's
Well,
a-
wait.
who was this one?
This
There's a
one-
bunch of them though, so I hate to. I
There's
hate
a
to,
bunch of them. Karen said, "Hey guys, hope y'all enjoy these treats. I was listening to you. Sorry that they're not only blue Airheads. That's okay. All Airheads are good. I'm getting kind of fat.
Excuse me.
P.S. Go Tigers.
Hey, I like
Hey,
that.
there we go.
And then we had
Love
one.
Karen.
We had one drop off some stuff in the store for us. So thank you. I have your name escapes me, but I still have your
We need-
card and the 2 tubs of M&Ms.
Well, hey, I got to ask a question. What was that word you used?
Parabola?
Parabola. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show
He
my-
couldn't say
I'm showing
plethora.
I'll show my ignorance here. I need to know, find out what parabola.
It was a poor excuse for somebody trying to say plethora.
He said we got a parabola of those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so,
I can't pronounce either one of them, but what is it?
Plethora.
Plethora.
would you say you have a plethora of pinatas?
Parabola?
A variety.
Pinatas?
A variety.
A variety? Is that what?
Yeah.
No.
A
Yeah,
bunch of them.
plethora.
Varieties. It's not
Kinda.
a variety.
Well,
it's
why don't you just say
it's
variety?
overabundance.
Yeah, it's an abundance.
A
Yeah.
variety of M&Ms and Airheads and goodies.
There you go.
Okay.
Teaching-
We do appreciate them.
A large or excessive amount of something. Number 2, an excess of bodily fluid, particularly blood.
Oh, Phil's got that. He does. His body makes too much blood. I can't help it. It just hit me. It does.
Where does the blood go?
No. Look. No.
I'm asking.
Hey,
I'm
I'm going to answer you. No, I'm going to answer you.
Look,
His body,
once
body,
a day he's got to stick his finger.
Nope.
Get rid of some
Hey,
of it.
He actually goes to the doctor, okay, and they drain. I'm saying
It's
they
called
drain.
Life Share.
No, look.
And please donate blood. There's a
Hey,
shortage.
Well, no, he can't use his blood.
It's too thick.
Nope,
No,
it's not
too
that.
much
Lead.
coffee?
Got lead poisoning.
Nope, he got bit by a tick when he was young. Okay, he cannot use his blood for
that true?
transfusions.
I wasn't there.
Hey, y'all act like I'm over here BSing. This is the truth.
No. Look,
Okay.
here, I will say this. I know Phil does have a blood disorder.
He does.
Where he makes
he makes too much blood.
is what the doctor told me. Phil and all of Phil's wisdom looked at him and said,
Hey,
"How
that's
do you
the
know it's too
difference. Yeah.
much?" Like,
Well, no, but hey,
there's a way. Like he's like, how do you know it's too much? Well, anyway, Phil goes like once a month, gets drained.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
hey,
apologize
when
for
he was-
laughing, but
hey,
the way
no,
he said
when
it.
he was talking to the doctor, and the doctor said something about it. Phil said, "Well, doc, look, that's the difference between a diesel and a
Gas engine.
and a gas engine." He said, "I just got more blood because I got a bigger engine.
Yeah. Phil said, "I just need more oil."
Yeah, I need more oil, boys."
But I didn't know that about the tick. I did know Phil's
Oh
blood
no,
disorder.
he
was
can't use
for
it. They can't use it for transfusion.
Yeah.
If you've been bit by a tick,
I wonder why Phil's using it.
Well, no. Yeah, but I'm talking about, is it spotted fever? Is that what comes from a tick? Spotted
Rocky
fever?
Mountain spotted
Or-
fever.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
He grew up in Vivian.
I know, but hey,
Them
he got
deer
bit by a
ticks.
tick. Okay.
They found it
And-
first in the
That's
Rocky
the Rocky
Mountain.
Mountain way.
Yeah. Hey, John Denver made it a hit.
Joe
thought the
Walsh
Rocky
wasn't there.
Mountains-
That John Denver's full of crap.
That John Denver. I thought the Rocky Mountains would
I
be
mean,
rockier.
well,
You know
what
what?
did I say?
It's true.
What did I say? I thought I said John Denver.
You did.
You did.
Okay, all right.
But you're thinking of Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
Well, hey, look.
Philip made a reference to Joe Walsh's Rocky Mountain Way.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Okay. But both of them.
They good thing.
And I went with Dumb and Dumber, and I
Yeah.
think Philip did too.
Oh, he made that one too. Phil went back to back on the Rocky Mountain references there. So.
This is a weird day.
Oh, it always is. So, have we found any bizarre news?
I got one. They
Okay.
might edit it out because
Okay.
it's weird as crap, but
Oh, good.
whatever. It's
I
a
like
weird
it.
day.
Okay.
Good.
All right, ready? And this is from our local news.
Local boy.
Oh, I saw this one.
This is West Monroe news.
This is
the
not
one you-
West Monroe, but this is part of the greater Arklamis area.
I just need y'all though,
Compliment.
you
Okay.
too, because I've already read this because John Davis sent it to me prior. Y'all need to really listen to the
Okay.
headline
Okay.
he's about to read.
Hold on a
All
second.
right.
All right, go.
Man with no arms accused of harassing women by asking to touch their feet.
Wait a minute.
We need to give up.
There it is. This is like a one clubber here, a one whacker.
There's not a punchline, by the way.
Wait, oh, you got
There is.
I didn't catch that all the way. Read that again.
All right, in Conway, Arkansas, shout out to the Summit family who works with us. Man with no arms accused of harassing women by asking to touch their feet. A warrant has been issued in Arkansas for a man with no arms who is accused. Harassment's not cool, everybody. We apologize for laughing.
How hard could it be to find him?
They're all very...
That was a pun on words.
You can find him driving
that was
around.
a pun
Si.
on words. He had no arms.
Okay.
He had to touch them with his feet.
No. So, I mean,
Yes, he did.
here we go. I got the rest of the article.
Oh, go ahead.
So it's super uncomfortable, and obviously the man's kind of cuckoo, but
Awkward.
But the writer,
the women,
man with no arms trying to touch feet.
there's people. He's hanging out in grocery stores in Conway, and apparently he's sitting there, and then when they walk in and says he's like, "Hey, you want me to massage your feet?"
we ain't got no arms.
But with what? So look,
He doesn't explain that.
It's like
he
Lieutenant
had
Dan.
to do it with his feet, you dummies.
But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
That's right.
I mean, that's where we're at. Like, I want to test out my sea legs, Gump.
It's weird.
That-
I don't know,
Man, that's bizarre.
but you don't have the right to harass people and ask them to massage their feet.
Let's take a break, see if we can get this thing back on the
Good
track. We'll be
grief.
back
That's
right
right,
after
boys.
this. All right. Johnny D, what's in that hello@duckcallroom.com mailbag this week? Let's hear from our fans.
Okay. First off, I've never got more emails in my life, so a lot to sort through. I was doing it in the airport the other night. We got pictures of more trail camera animals than you can imagine. Hey, and I get animals do what they do in the woods. I don't need pictures of it.
Oh,
I got bears, raccoons, pigs, all of them doing the thing. I don't need
doing
pictures.
the thing.
Doing the thing. We don't need pictures
to do that.
of that.
We don't need
do
that.
thing. We need pictures of mountain lions and black
Yeah.
panthers
That's
and
right.
cats and deer. I've never seen so many pictures. And more people are like asking Si to tell them what it is. So when Stone's back, because Stone's the trail cameraman, we'll
go through a few.
We
of
will
We'll go through a
discuss
few
this
of 'em.
further.
And also, people are still sending in their sandwiches, which I really enjoy looking at. There's
Got to
a
wait on
breakfast
Johnny
sandwich.
G.
So we'll have
Gotta
Godwin
love
rate
Johnny
your
G on that
sandwiches.
one.
I'm not giving up on that, but we got some advice needed.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I like these.
I like these two. Nothing super important today, although this one to me is very important. Nathan from Florida. First, he wants to thank Uncle Si for his service to this great country.
Appreciate it.
Second, he has a story. And since we've been talking about mullets, he thought he'd share this. He's been growing out a mullet for the past few months and really loved the way it looked.
Oh, well, let's have a look at it.
Well,
He didn't send a picture.
No, we didn't send a picture.
Come on,
Well,
Nathan.
pitiful. Hey.
Well, the reason he didn't send a picture is his dad made him cut it off, which stinks.
Hey,
on it.
So apparently this is...
how old is this
That's a good question.
young man?
I mean, the ginger mullet really looks
Ginger
cool.
mullet, boys.
I thought about growing it back next summer. I don't really have a question. I'd just like to hear y'all's thoughts on the matter. Nathan from Florida, formerly with the ginger mullet.
With the ginger mullet.
You've got to grow it back.
Well, let me tell you my thoughts, Nathan.
And Dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nathan, do you still live at home?
Oh,
Does Dad still pay the bills?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, then, if both those answers are yes, then Dad is the boss. You do what Dad says,
That's it.
and
But
you don't buck the system.
Secret
it.
mullet.
That's it.
But
If your hair means that much to you, maybe it's time to get out and get a job. But Nathan, I don't know how old
we
you are.
don't know
You
how
may
old
be
Nathan
12.
is.
Yeah.
And at 12, just let me tell you something. There's this little
Mullets are
passage in
cool.
Proverbs that goes something along the lines of honor your father and your mother.
Yep.
You may want to pay attention to that one. If your dad says don't do it, don't do it. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Look,
But Nathan, I would encourage you to make a full PowerPoint presentation on why mullets are awesome and present it to your dad
you can do that.
and try and talk him into
And-
because I want to see
And
this.
see if he can grow one with you.
Hey,
Because
and I got a question.
if
now.
you're a ginger, that gene runs in the family somewhere.
Yeah.
So there may be a
and I
double
want
ginger
to
mullet.
see you.
What is a ginger mullet?
Red.
Redheaded.
Red? Oh, red.
Red,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And I want a
I didn't
one-page
catch that.
reaction paper to what happens.
Yes, I want you to do Nathan. Here's the. You need to do a full PowerPoint/book report on mullets.
That's right.
Why they're awesome. Present it to your dad, and hopefully he'll let you.
That's right. Then it may change. That
Change his
things may
mind.
change.
But I got a feeling that's still going to be a hard no from Pops.
Well, what does his dad do?
Yeah.
I bet if he pays him bills, you just
That's
listen
true.
to what he
That's
says.
right.
Nathan, if you need help, I'm here.
Yeah.
We need to bring this mullet back.
1-800-MULLET.
I just really like mullets. All right, and then Brian sends in email. Where is he from? New Melly, Missouri. Does that sound right?
Sure.
Show me
Why
state,
not?
boys.
The show me state.
How's that?
Si,
Show
you
me.
need to punch John David more in the face. No, just more when
What? Who is this sadist here?
Brian says you should punch me more when I
I
look
like
at the
Brian.
camera. Just
Hey.
kidding. Anyways, he has a question about reels. He usually uses spinning reel because he's intimidated. And after hearing his father's language, come on, Dad, while trying to fix his cast, he's scared to use a bait caster. How do I overcome my fear of backlash besides practice? That's the answer. And when do you know which? Then he put a bunch of words that start with W on purpose to mess me up. When do you know when to use which? Reel.
Oh, Lord.
Fishing. A little in-depth fishing advice.
Yeah.
I will turn that over to Martin.
Yeah, Martin.
Well, bait casters are one of those things. Use it in your yard before you take it. It's just like golf. To get it on the driving range before you get out there and the deal with it. You're going to backlash. Not a
Yep.
problem. It is what it is. The line companies are built off of it. So,
Yep.
you know.
Are you calling a coup on the line companies?
No, I mean,
They're
I'm just
all
saying
in it
that's why
together?
they're in business.
It happens.
Yeah, it
the
happens.
key to this is, okay, if you're going to use that and learn to fish with it, is setting it to do the way you fish.
Lots of YouTube
Okay.
videos out there on how to set up
Yep.
your reel too.
Yep.
So,
And repetition is the
Because if
mother
you got
of
it
mastery.
too loose, you're going to backlash all the time.
Yep.
You've got to have it set for you.
So
Okay.
practice is the
It's got to be tailor-made for you, in
Yeah.
other words.
and you'll know when to use bait casters versus spinning tackle.
That's the
Look,
reason I use spinning reels.
and that's the reason I don't ever take mine out of the rod box. Spinning reels. Give me a bait caster and let me winch them suckers in.
Winch them in,
Yeah,
boys.
That's the way I like to fish, though.
Well, hey,
so
that's true.
Nathan, what did Nathan? Just keep going fishing. That's the
practice.
biggest thing. Stay in the outdoors.
Practice makes perfect.
All right, I got 2 more that we got to burn through here.
All right.
All right, Brad from Conroe, Texas.
Conroe.
Brad, I'd appreciate it if you got off our back.
Oh,
Yeah, nah, Brad's upset. Brad's upset. He came here. He came to visit us. He was in the store.
Well, thank you, Brad.
He did the tour here. He visited he called it the world headquarters. I guess it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
But nobody was home.
and no, that's not this problem. He drove over from Bossier City. He was on an anniversary trip, I guess, to the casinos over there.
Okay.
And then we gave a suggestion. He said he ate at Johnny's Pizza, and which of us owns stock there, and which of us owes him his $25 back. Brad, you talk bad about Johnny's Pizza, I will come through that camera. 'Cause this ain't
Johnny's
Conroe,
Pizza?
Texas. This is Monroe.
I've learned thing about Johnny's though. It's one of them deals like if you ain't from here,
It
you
is-
don't really appreciate
You don't get it.
It's
yeah.
a
You either
delicacy
like
here.
it or you don't.
Now, probably what happened to Brad is he went in there and said, "Man, that looks good." Dough popped it, and then odds are he didn't make it far out the door before.
I mean, it's a heavy pizza.
It's it's rich,
It's a rich
very
pizza.
fatty,
Oh, it is.
And they use breakfast sausage instead of Italian sausage,
praise God,
which is for the
that.
win.
Yeah,
that's
praise
how
God.
the life's supposed to be.
But I mean, I get it. Brittany doesn't like Johnny.
You got to have an old iron stomach.
It'll
You
test
gotta-
your gut. It'll test what your gut's made of.
Monster Michael could probably smash a Johnny's Pizza.
Let's find out.
He eats a lot of salad.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's in
But
shape.
I don't think that's on his bachelor diet.
I'm
So,
just saying, Johnny's Pizza is wonderful. Brad, we're
It's
sorry
good.
you didn't like it, but
$25 though. What did
He
get?
shoulda got
He
it.
must have ate at the buffet. And if you're judging this off of the buffet, Brad, that's a lower grade than a
It's a
take home.
buffet.
Yeah, it's a buffet. They got to still make their money. And to be fair,
we've heard the buffet,
and I haven't been to the buffet since post COVID.
and we've got our money's worth on the buffet in life.
They see us
yeah.
walk in, they're like, crap.
We're
Should have
losing.
charged more.
Yep.
Like, I mean, they ought to have a scale when you walk through the door and charge you per pound instead of.
So, Brad, next time you're back, come to Duck Commander headquarters. I will order you a pizza myself from Johnny's, and then you're gonna go, oh.
I wonder what kind of pizza.
Yeah,
he
he
got.
probably put pineapple on it like a weirdo.
Oh boy.
Just kidding, Brad. We appreciate you listening and coming by. Don't talk bad about Johnny's. And then my last email is from a man named Tyler, and this one super interested me because do you remember a couple weeks ago you were talking about a guy you met named Steven who was in prison?
Yep.
And you've told me a few times you've been thinking about him,
Yep.
praying about him.
Yep.
And so I'm going to read most of Tyler's email here because this was really cool to me. He heard you talking about a gentleman named Steve in prison, and it was deja vu because this Tyler guy before was sitting 4-year sentence. He did a 4-year sentence because of drugs, and it completely ruined his life.
Yep.
He blamed everyone else but me. And the sad part is Tyler got out and did the same old stuff because I didn't change and thought everybody else is the problem. Then he did more jail time, and he hit rock bottom, and he lost everything he had. And then he went to a recovery house, and his cousin invited him to church. And that was the last time he put drugs or alcohol into his body, and it completely
Excellent.
changed his life.
Excellent.
He was baptized and filled with the Holy Spirit. It was just so crazy because he sent an email on his lunch break before that I didn't read.
Wow.
And then he started the podcast and heard you talking about your friend Steven. So I just thought that was cool that this guy's been through the same thing.
No.
And you would ask people to pray that
Yep.
he ends up like our friend Tyler that listens. So I thought that was super cool.
But what was great about your story you just read, at least he hit rock bottom and turned to the Lord.
yeah.
And hey, the Lord's the only one that can help you out of that.
Ain't no doubt.
Okay.
That's right.
Ain't no doubt.
Jesus, people gotta need to understand, Jesus is the miracle.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could see a miracle all your life, for every day of your life. That wouldn't save you.
That's true.
You got to have Jesus Christ to save you, okay? Because you get the gift of the Holy Spirit when you believe in him and obey what's commanded. Great story, dude, and I'm glad you're clean.
Thank you, Tyler, for that email for sure.
Tyler, I hate it took you 2 strikes, but I'm
Yeah.
so glad we didn't get to the third one.
That's it.
Amen to that.
That's what I'm saying. So Tyler, thank you for listening, man.
That's awesome.
That is
really
awesome.
And thank you
Your
for opening
story
up.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
probably
and-
not easy to tell people, so we
Because-
appreciate you doing that.
And I get on the live chat sometime during our deal, and there's always people in there asking for help. So Tyler, maybe your story right there
We'll help
will
someone
help
else.
someone else.
Yep,
So
for
thank
sure.
you for
Yep.
being
we
a vessel.
appreciate you right then.
Yeah,
Really do.
appreciate that for sure.
Cool. Well, y'all want to wrap this thing up?
Let's wrap it up.
All right. I got a Bible verse of the day comes from my dad. He sent me an email at 5:35 this morning, which was long before I was awake, but I read it when I got to work.
At 10 o'clock.
It's good he's thinking about you.
Isaiah 43:2, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers,
fire.
they will not sweep over you. And when you walk through the fire,
Yep.
you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. That's Isaiah 43:2. And then my dad said, find your comfort in knowing whatever the day brings, you never have to walk through it alone. God is there to
There with
protect
you.
you.
Boy, that's a good one for a Monday. So.
That's it.
That's
boy.
a
That's a
Monday.
good one.
That's a good one.
Yep.
All right.
Oh.
Well, let's go arm wrestle.
Hey, yeah, let's go
Here
see.
we go.
Let's go see what old Michael's got.
In the
boy.
words of Phil Robertson, who's a man?
That's right. Who's
Not
man?
me.
I'm going to give up.